What's up, guys? Today I'm going to do an in-depth look at, kind of walk through of my Mesa Boogie Mark IIC Plus. Mine is fully loaded, or it's a DRG, which has the EQ, it's simulclass, and it has reverb. Mine was actually a C upgraded to a C Plus. I think it was early 90s, late 80s maybe. Serial numbers in the 11s, 11,000s. So basically the controls are volume 1, that's your input gain. You've got treble, bass, and middle, which is pretty self-explanatory, except that treble works a little bit differently. It can add some gain, distortion, I guess you could say, kind of feel the way it makes the strings play and feel. Master 1 is your clean tone volume. Lead drive is your gain, or your normal distortion for the channel 2. And then your lead master is your volume for the second heavy channel. So then the EQ is pretty well cut and dry. That's on just about every boogie, or any Mark series boogie out there. On the back, there's presence control and reverb control. I usually leave the presence control for my stuff. They're like 3.5 or 4 maybe. So I guess I'll show you the clean tone really quick. This is kind of a basic dry. It's pretty much just how the clean tone sounds without fooling with it or without messing with it. It's kind of everything sort of set in the middle just a little bit. Got the bass pulled out. No EQ on this one. And it'll sound a little bit like this. All right, and the way I like to set it up, if I'm recording or playing with it, I will pull the bass shift out just a little bit, let it add some thump, kind of leave it right around where the settings are at, and then I like to put in a scoop on the EQ. To me, that just makes it fit really well, and it's not, well, you'll see, it's clean sound. Using those same settings, I'll show you what a couple of the pulls do. When you push in, or when you pull out the bass, leave the bass pulled out. Pull out the treble as well, and the bright. Show you how much of a difference that makes just by doing that. Oh, about that. And then again without. Alright, and then on to the dirty channel. This is kind of the way I sort of keep it around in this area. I put the volume 1 on 8, and I will put treble on 7.5 or 8, depending upon how saturated it needs to sound, and then I like to pull that out. Bass I keep around 2, and middle I keep around 4.5 or 5, about halfway up. I leave the pull shift on the bass pushed in. It's kind of fat with a 412. I pull the gain boost, which on a C plus is going to be the bass boost. It's the same. It sounds the same. It's just more. It gives it a different type of girth than that pull shift on the bass. And then you got to have the lead pulled for second channel, and then pull bright I leave pushed in because it'll get really fizzy quick. Maybe I don't know, maybe if you're really low gain, it just makes it feedback the whole time. So this, and then the EQ I set a bit like this, about halfway up on 80, just a little bit above the line on 240 on the middle line. 750 I pull down. I don't really cut the line. I might cut the line out. It just depends on how it sounds. And then I do the inverted V on the other side. I like 220 higher than 660, or 2200 higher than 660. So, and it does this. All right, and then if you want to get really trashy and really old school with it, you can start pumping it up a little bit. What I like to do, if you're kind of going, and I already know the comments are going to be brutal, so that Metallica type sound, I leave it right there on 8. I leave the treble pulled, and I might tone it back just a little bit, maybe at around 7. I'll suck out more of the mids, and I'll push it up a little bit. Might even pull shift that just to, to me it just sounds better. And then what I'll do is flip the scoop back and really get the low end pumped up like that. Get some of that high end sizzle. And I won't pull the 750 all the way out, but I'll get it down there around that line, like halfway on the little block. And then on the presence, you wanna yank that up. Get that up there around 7.5 or 8. Really let that thing snarl. So do that to it, and it comes out sounding like this. you go. I forgot to mention earlier, we're running through a Mesa Boogie, just this straight into a Mesa Boogie 412 traditional. It's SM57 and a 421. In the Pro Tools 11, it's not processed, affected, EQ'd, nothing like that. It's just straight dry tracks. I just got them panned out a little bit. Cool. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, or if I've completely made a fool of everybody who actually knows how to make these things sound good, leave that in the comment box. And if you're into some prog rock or prog metal, check out my band Coda at codasound.net. See y'all later.